The last time we saw Blade, he was so elated and happy to be hanging out with a group of degenerates inside of a house and drinking until he absolutely blacks out and starts making some absolutely horrendous and derogatory things towards one of the other housemates. He threw up, he got in the RV, and now he's on his way home. Blade, you had an exciting couple weeks, what can we say? But unfortunately, you gotta return back to your sad, solitary life with Beck, stay inside your child's room, and stream and drink and be pathetic. We're going to walk through some of these clips, because once again, Beck is deleting the streams. I can't stand it anymore. You know, Blade's last stream is 3 weeks ago, but he's been streaming relatively consistently since then, so I have to use clip channels to be able to get this. So if you see part of your clip in here, thank you very much, because I'm grabbing them, because there's no other way to get any of this content. Either way, Blade starts out in a RV with Chicken Andy and some other degenerates, and we're gonna travel our way back home.
You keep on coming to me. I will pay for everything.
Okay.
I'm sending you 30.
Alright, thank you. Send me the 30. Alright.
Small bottle of Jaeger, a pack of Newports.
No, that's a whole different grocery list there, right? Then pay for that shit. DoorDash. Can you send me the 30 of me?
Absolutely hammered, as should be expected. He's trying to get Chicken Andy to go to the liquor store or the grocery store to get him some stuff. Initially, he was talking about just wanting to get like some water and I think some snacks or something. And then he turns in a blink of an eye. He needs some Newports. He needs a new bottle of Jaeger, you know, and $30 ain't gonna cover it. They bicker back and forth about all these things that he's adding to the list. He also wants s'mores for whatever reason. Chicken Andy found some stick and some marshmallows, so I guess they're gonna cook some s'mores. That sounds like a good idea. But he's trying to squeeze some money out of him. You know, ever since he got kicked out of rent-free's RV, you know, everybody's starting to realize, yeah, Blade, he's not very generous with paying us when he says he's going to. That's not very cash money of you, Blade. I thought you were Mr. $1 Million Bills. Mr. Ka-ching Ka-ching. You know, your friend is helping you out. Why don't you repay him?
You gotta clean up outside, Blade.
What do I have to clean outside here?
Stick your head out the window. Look at all the trash.
Oh,
Doesn't
wait, I
matter,
think I
dude.
left my phone in Jacob's car.
Doesn't matter, dude.
So I don't have it. I'll be right back.
Take me to church.
Jacob, my phone's probably in your back
Doesn't
seat.
matter, dude. Do you give me 6?
Yeah, but you gotta clean up your trash outside.
Good to me, I'll clean it up.
No, it's outside. You gotta clean it up. It's your mess.
This dude is completely bewildered and cannot fathom what is even happening right now. He threw a bunch of trash out his window, he's basically been posted up in this seat the entire night, and he's just been smoking cigarette after cigarette after cigarette, and he's just been throwing trash out the window because he's a fat loser, degenerate, worthless person. And they're telling him, hey, you know, Chicken Andy, I just went and got your groceries. In order for you to get them, you have to go outside and clean up your mess outside. And Blade, obviously acting like the petulant child he is, he's like, whatever, dude. Don't need to do that, dude. Whatever, dude. Figure it out, dude.
Wait, you forgot a can right behind you. Wait, don't do that.
Kidding, I was kidding. Take me to church.
Then you can probably skip all the cigarette butts, but definitely get those.
Help himself. He has to open up the Newport's box. He's like, maybe I just forgot one. Maybe just one. Maybe I need one more. I mean, look at how many cigarette butts are just sitting on the ground right there. You know, I think he's been streaming for like 10 hours. There's probably 20 cigarette butts out there, at least. You know, he's smoking one every 30 minutes. Just bizarre. I think this whole scene is is kind of surreal, though. You know, he's about to go alcoholic Hulk smash on the fender of the car adjacent to him to get the Red Bull can that he threw under there. He's just like stumbling around singing "Take Me to Church." You know, it's just a goofy type of moment. It feels like you're in some like weird liminal space. It's probably like 3 in the morning in some RV lot. Hold on. Do I even think they're in an RV lot? They're probably sitting in some Walmart parking lot because they're going to be too cheap to be able to go pay and stay somewhere. So they're probably chilling out there. Blade is just making a complete fool of himself, just spilling everywhere, just being a complete mess. Disgraceful. Show some respect for Becky, buckaroo.
Leg. Look at your leg.
It's falling off. It's falling off right now. I keep my leg. Get out of here, man.
Literally was just sitting there. They were streaming, and he's sitting there and his leg just spontaneously starts to bleed. It's just like, bro, the alcohol is literally expelling all of your necessary liquids from your body. You're being replaced completely with 100% Jaeger. And, you know, it just is the cherry on top. I think this is like a Chicken Andy donate alert or something that plays this like circus music type of thing. But just look at this man. Just a pathetic sack of crap. Bleeding all over himself. Everybody's afraid to touch him and to help him clean because who really wants to get Blade's blood on your hands? Literally and metaphorically. This man is just revolting.
Alcohol, dude.
Well, he asked for one.
Of course he asked for it. Don't give it. Say no.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers to your RV, chicken.
There you go.
As long as you prosper, that's all that matters.
You got all your tools. I always try to make sure they're all in here. Your tool.
Chicken Andy does not care about Blade. It's pretty obvious. There was a donation earlier that was like, it's kind of weird how it's gone full circle where now Chicken Andy is the one chasing Beck and not vice versa, which is kind of funny. And, you know, why would you care about taking care of Blade? He's like a scum. He's like a, you know, he's a barnacle stuck inside of this RV. And he's just sucking the scum out of everything. He's just cheap. He's a piece of crap. You know, why not just liquor him up, buddy? Hey, you might get some good content out of your stream by doing that, so I don't really dock Chicken Andy for doing that, and I also don't dock Blade getting angry at Beck and Beck getting angry at Blade later, because, let's be honest, this ship has sailed so long ago, I don't know how this is continuing on.
I piss on it. It's getting him.
Did you piss in the RV?
No, I didn't.
Not me better send $5
All over it?
lick Blade's leg.
No.
Try to see, but it's like shiny. He pissed. Oh my god! He pissed all over the trash can.
He literally went into the bathroom and pissed everywhere. On the floor, on the trash can, in the cabinet, on the counter. I mean, it's shocking that he didn't piss down his own pants. The fact that he was able to stumble his 500-pound lard ass into this back room to pee, and not flush, by the way. Not flush. Clearly unhydrated. You know, you need some water in that diet, Betty Boo. You need some water. Who cares? This man sucks. Imagine sitting next to him. He probably smells horrible. Him and Airsoft Fatty should have a competition to see, you know, get some petite Asian lady who's lived on a farm her entire life, you know, has had to pick sparrows' dead bodies from the cornfields and give them to her 30 children that were raised by some middle-aged technological Microsoft employee that's best friends with Bill Gates. Take her from the horrible smelling tribe that she lives in the middle of nowhere in China. Have her sit in between Airsoft Fatty and Blade and see which one she throws up over first. You know, part of me thinks it's gonna be Blade. This man is unhygienic and bleeding. He's bleeding out of himself. He's just full of mucus and pus. Ugh.
Because I don't want to fight again at 400. I feel like I'd be much better at 340, 350. and like I'd be much happier, and I'd be much happier with my endurance. Because here's the thing, right? My competition isn't going to get any better, right? If I got to fight Blade, I'd rather fight Blade at 340 than 400.
Hey, Keem. I've been watching this Boogie and Wings stuff. Wings wants to fight. I'm at 280. I'll train. If you want, make it happen. Hit me back.
Keemstar would never let this fight happen. Blade would never pass a physical. I don't know how Boogie and Wings pass a physical, but at the very least, to our knowledge, their issues are just being morbidly obese. Blade, we just saw he's bleeding out of the side of his body on a regular basis. You think he's going to be able to stop drinking for a couple months so that he can get in shape? Unlikely. I think Wings would mop the floor with Blade. I don't even think it would be really close. I mean, Blade has this like pent up like alcoholic rage because he hates Beck and he hates himself and he hates his life. But I don't think that would overcome Wings. I truly don't. It's just, 12-year-old me, they used to watch their Call of Duty commentary videos, is just sitting here giddy. Because back in that day, this would have been #1 story in the community. And now, what's better? You get it 10 years later to watch these two lolcows fight each other out. Sounds like riveting, doesn't it?
But why go out? Why go out? Honestly, why go out? Here's the thing. Okay, no. Here's the thing. You like simple good stuff.
Yeah.
You like meat and cheese, Mexican food. You like good stuff.
Okay.
I like complex shit.
Everything, yes.
There's the fat jokes, dude.
The thing about me, I didn't mean it like that. You just like all the foods.
Yes, I like all the foods.
Okay. So
Foods are good.
He is so sensitive. It's bizarre because we're reaching turmoil point at this moment. He's back home. Him and Beck hate each other, and their streams haven't been going well. And here's Blade getting so sensitive over the fact that Beck, clearly she just said, yeah, you like all the food. That doesn't mean that you eat all the food. She didn't say, hey, lard ass, you eat all the food. She said, yeah, you like all the food. Implying that your statement about her being more picky than you is true. And that you like to eat different types of foods. It's not that hard to understand. Blade, basically a mongoloid, couldn't figure that out. It's too difficult for him. Way too complex. It's just, how can somebody that just hurls racial slurs and hateful speech to people all the time be so sensitive over something so benign as this? It's because he's just a little baby coward deep down inside, and he tries to put on a persona to try and make people like him. That's all.
You know what? You tell me every time that you're gonna control yourself, and that you're not gonna start being all up to me.
I'm all up, but I'm all for you. Come on, talk about it.
I'm done talking about it, dude. It's been talked about a million times.
Yeah, and I love you, and figure it out.
Yeah,
we're having a good stream. What's wrong with you? I'm having a good stream. Are you not having a good stream?
No, I'm not having a good life right now, honestly.
I think Beck's starting to reach her breaking point. However, why should I care? Beck is a horrible person too. She deserted her family. She sold her house to go live with Blade. She neglected her kids. You can only go so far with trauma impacting your life to be able to say, yeah, that's a good enough excuse. It's the same reason why Boogie doesn't get away with it. It's like, Boogie always says, oh, my parents were so cruel to me. And it's like, dude, you're like 40. It's like, yeah, that sucked. You had a horrible upbringing, and it really messed up your life, and it's probably why you got obese. But you can't use that as a fallback mechanism when you have aged for so long. It's like, figure it out. For once, Blade, figure it out, dude, is actually applicable. Here, Beck is getting sick and tired of Blade acting like a complete ass all the time. Understandably so. I don't know how he gets his pecker up ever. Beck is probably constantly trying to get that rotten meat inside of her. Ugh, makes me shiver just to think about. But I mean, we've all seen it. Neither one of them really treat each other well, but Beck at the very least takes care of him when he's just acting like a complete man baby. So that has to count for something.
No shit, that's true. You do talk more shit to me than like people that puke on you and crap. You apologize to them for shit, but you sit here and degrade me and call me maybe.
I didn't degrade you for shit. I didn't degrade you for shit.
Right.
Please pull the situation to degrade me for shit.
Captain Coke donated $3. Beck, when Blade's dead, it'll be your man. Trust me, this eco ride will be done
Don't
soon.
worry, don't worry. Hey. When I'm dead, chicken and
Dude, it is eating at Blade's soul, the whole Chicken Andy thing. He tried to act cool during the moment and any other points when it gets brought up, but it's very obvious it destroys him on the inside for him to feel, non-masculine and feel like a little baby boy, even though that's what he is. It's just, oh man, these two, how do they stay together forever? It doesn't make any sense, and Blade doesn't treat her well, and her saying, yeah, well, you don't treat me well and you treat me like shit, is 100% true. Blade does that all the time when he's wasted. He doesn't remember it because he's wasted 20 hours a day, so his memory is completely shot. But it doesn't mean it didn't happen. It doesn't mean that you're magically the good guy, Blade. Everybody thinks both of them suck. It's horrible.
Oh, hey Beck, do you think that my time?
What?
Sorry for bothering you.
I couldn't hear you. Okay, what?
Sorry for bothering you.
No, it's fine. I couldn't hear you.
The chat's trying to ruin us.
No, they're not. Well, they probably are, but no.
Of course the chat is trying to ruin you. You're their entertainment, and the more that you freak out and act like a mong, the better for the people. Also, I didn't see that stream of Blade allegedly going to a brothel. I really hope that's true. I haven't seen any clips from it, so I don't know, maybe it's just got absolutely nuked from the internet or nobody was able to record it, who knows. Either way, we all know that Beck was going to some bars while Blade was gone, slipping and sliding, if you catch my drift a little bit, Neither one of these two are good people.
What was that? No, what was the next topic? Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up.
Are you really doing this?
Am I really listening to you? Yes, I'm really listening to you.
No, but you won't even remember. I hate this because it's easier for me to yell at you and get mad at you when you're like this.
Get mad at me like this. Litness.
No, because you don't remember.
I remember. I'm awesome. You are my lady. I love you, and you're laying down in a good bed. I'm not touching it, dude.
I'm not even sleeping in here tonight.
Well, that's really stupid.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
This whole thing, man. She's gonna go sleep in the other room because Blade is being Blade. Yeah, he's awesome. He really wanted to say the M-word there. We all know his tics. Typically, he would say, oh yeah, I'm awesome, M-word. He would just drop it right there, all nonchalantly. He would probably call her that. He'd probably call her the B-word. He'd probably call her the C-word, He'd just be throwing it. He's showing some self-restraint. Can't we give him some credit there, Beckaroo? Can't we just be appreciative of when Blade does act like the 40-year-old man he is, huh? Why do we always have to assume he's going to act like the 3-year-old toddler? Why can't we give him some credit? You're dating him. Shouldn't you look on the bright side of things, huh? You're the one that abandoned your family for an alcoholic loser who streams on YouTube every once in a while. That's the life you chose. You gotta live with it.
Twirl.
Alright, well, that's not a twirl.
You're racist. All of a sudden, I don't like you. I'm just kidding.
I don't like you, so I'm gone.
Eh.
You're kind of an asshole like this.
Where are you going?
To the other room.
To the other room. My room.
You can tell how little Blade really thinks about Beck. Mostly because she storms out after him saying, "I don't care about you." And, you know, I think the words, you know, a drunk person's words is a sober man's thoughts are very applicable to Blade. I don't think he likes Beck at all. I think he lusts over Beck probably, but as a person I don't think he likes her, and I think it probably works both ways. I think she fools herself into thinking she likes Blade, but Blade, as soon as she storms out and says that she's upset and angry at him, he's just like, alright, time to pull back the shades, throw in a Newport, and smoke away, baby. We're gonna smoke directly in the room that we sleep in, like a little pig. Oink oink, Blade. Just grotesque. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Blade, get it together, dude. Keep your VODs up so I can react to them. Make my life easier. And until next time, guys, leave a like down below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.